Hi, I'm Elizabeth Weaver, and today I'm sitting here with Valerie Shepard and Holiday Sanford, and they have written a book. It is entitled, because I don't want to get it wrong, The Ex-Wife's Guide to Divorce. These ladies are incredible, and I want you to meet them. So tell me first, how did you guys meet?
Well, I actually married Valerie's ex-husband.
So essentially, I am ex-wife number one, and Holiday is ex-wife number two.
Wow. And so was it an instant friendship sort of thing?
It was a thanks to Facebook sort of thing, and I was, having
thanks to a moment of desperation.
Right, I was having a moment of weakness, and I thought, who in the world could possibly understand the craziness that I'm going through right now? And for some reason, his first ex-wife would totally get it. And I sent her a Facebook message, and within about 24 hours, we were on the phone, and we had a weekend scheduled to hang out.
Awesome. Yeah. I mean, calling her, that was a really brave thing to do.
Oh, I didn't call her. I sent her a Facebook.
Oh, Facebook. That was a little safer.
But
Got it.
She did give me her number, and then she did call me the next day.
Okay.
And then she invited me to her house for the weekend. So, But we were sorority sisters. We were in the same sorority. We were connected through Junior League of Atlanta.
But barring all that, I knew why she was contacting me. I had done a little research on our ex-husband's Facebook page, and I knew it. And little did she know, I was 3 months into the throngs of my third divorce. And I'd made a lot of mistakes. And I, as a woman, felt charged to make sure another woman didn't have to suffer the same mistakes or go through the same amount of pain that I was going through.
Okay, so you became friends.
Yes.
At what moment did you say, we need to write a book?
Well, Valerie kind of took me under her wing. She had gone through this. It was her third time, and she was a little bit ahead of me on mine. I was really kind of like the baby bird. I didn't know where to go, and so she basically said, bring a notebook, a pen. I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about divorce.
And I gave her tough love.
And she did.
Too.
She gave me tough love, and so I was willing. I was like, okay, I really wanted to know what she did or what she didn't do so I could make sure that I didn't make the same mistakes. And so within a few months, we had become great friends, and she had taught me so much that I had learned myself, kind of going through the experience firsthand, that before I knew it, people were asking us and me, because we were so vulnerable and open about what was going on in our lives to our friends and whatnot. We realized we just have too much information at our fingertips here that we're not sharing.
Right.
I mean, and so that's how we came to
It was
write
on
the
a
book.
trip with our children.
Right.
So we packed the 5 of us into my little mini crossover SUV and headed to Florida. And that's when we said, this is brilliant. We feel like we've been charged here by God and the universe to share our experiences and our mistakes with other women.
So, okay, so you were married to the same guy. You helped each other through this. And so now we have The Ex-Wife's Guide to Divorce.
Yes.
So tell me more about this book. What is it going to do for me?
The Ex-Wife's Guide to Divorce is the ultimate survival tool, I would say, for any woman going through divorce. It doesn't matter what age she is, what circumstances, she's in. Basically, we wanted to create something that we wished we had going through our divorces.
Now, are there books like this that you found that helped you, or is this the first of its kind, so to speak?
Well, all of the divorce books that we had on our shelves during our divorce, and I know for me, most of them, they were so legal and depressing. There was nothing out there that was really
Googled
helping.
for it.
We were looking for divorce planners.
Yeah, there were over 20,000 results for wedding planners, yet maybe a handful of divorce planners. And again, the divorce planners out there were written in a very legal-esque tone. We knew there was a huge demand and a huge gap in the market. It was brilliant. Women need something uplifting. They need something to encourage them and prepare them for the battle that lies ahead. The big thing that we know is that women treat divorce like an emotional transaction, and it's not. It's a business transaction. So we knew there was a need in the market, there was something missing.
And statistically showing with marriage and divorce,
Yes. So if 1 in 2 marriages ends in divorce, and roughly over 50% of the population are women, then we're looking at a quarter of the population that we're speaking to. Now add in women that have somehow been touched or affected by divorce, whether it be their parents, whether it be a coworker, their best friend. the numbers grow exponentially higher.
So this is a workbook, right? It's not something that I just read. It's something that I can do and read, correct?
Well, we've kind of integrated it. It's a little bit of both. Right now, we're still in the beginning stages of our final product. You know, obviously, we would love to find a publisher that would help us create an organizing tool along with the content of our book. But we've tried to do both. You know, we want to make sure that these women are proactive in being prepared for the divorce process, which a lot of that is, you know, the dirty work, like the worksheets and stuff like that.
Do you each have like a phrase or something you say to divorced women when you meet them? It's sort of like your thing that I need to know.
We know you're saying.
We say, put your big girl panties on.
Okay.
And you got to put them on.
Yes.
Put your armor on. You know, my mom actually, the reason why I've kind of integrated that into the book is because my mom told me that over and over, and I would call her crying, Holiday, put your big girl panties on and deal with it.
Yes.
And, you know, stop being so emotional. Okay,
that's so hard for women.
It is. And that's why men, unfortunately, normally come out on top. Women also just want it to be over. I just want it to be over. I'll just give in. I just want to move forward. I just want to move forward. So it's a big piece of advice we always say is stand strong. And the one thing I always tell women that come to me or hear, oh, you're one of the ex-wives, you're one of the divorce experts. What I always say to them is just because your relationship has failed does not mean you have failed as a human being. And it takes a lot of strength and a lot of courage to shake off the stigma of divorce and move forward in a positive direction.
So what do you think makes you two successful at being the ex-wives guide people? You're not lawyers, you're not counselors, so what qualifies you to be doing this?
Well, I would say, you know, nothing can really prepare you until you get in it. And so, you
have gone through it.
Or you've gone through it. And, you know, I know for me, I learned so much from Valerie just by her
I've been divorced 3 times. So between the two of us, probably not a fact most people admit, but I'm not afraid to do it, you know. My relationships failed. And between us, we have 4 divorces.
Well, and, you know, I think that we might not be qualified on paper with a course or, you know, a divorce diploma on the wall.
I don't think I want that degree.
No, I wouldn't want that. You know, but you know, you kind of learn through the process. You talk to other women that have gone through it, and then you share. And a lot of times, you give back by giving your story to someone else. And then, you know, so I feel like we might not be divorce experts on paper, but we really have been through it all. And
with experience, we're experts.
With experience,
definitely,
we are experts. And I mean, I don't know about you, but I would rather have somebody who's actually been through it than somebody who, you know.
Well, you truly understand, and you've lived it, and you've written that down.
Right.
So if there are women out there who want to talk to you guys or just ask a question or read your story, how do they find you on social media?
We're on Facebook. We have a Facebook page. We're more active on Facebook than we are on Twitter and Instagram, but our Facebook page is The Ex-Wives Guide. On Instagram, we're The Ex-Wives. On Twitter, we're The Ex-Wives. And our blog, you can see our posts on Facebook. We always load them up onto our Facebook page, but our blog direct link is theexwivesguide.blogspot.com.
So if each of you had to close up today, because I could talk to you forever about this, and tell me one thing you think each of you from your book translates to other people, what does your book give a woman who's going through divorce? What's a nugget of wisdom that comes from that?
I think they need to be prepared. They need to absolutely prepare themselves, know what they're getting into, because if they know that, they will save themselves thousands and thousands of dollars in legal fees, and additionally, hundreds and hundreds of headaches.
And so what would you say, Holiday?
Well, I would say, you know, our book does, you know, the Ex-Wives Guide is great at giving them what they need to be prepared. We're in no way saying to not hire an attorney. You know, I think another one of our biggest pieces of advice is to hire the best attorney you can afford, because you do want to defend yourself, and that's setting your future up, you know, it's a great investment. It is the most important investment you could possibly make.
Your financial well-being in your future.
Absolutely. And so, you know, I think the other thing is that we want to inspire these women and just kind of give them the courage that they need. You know, we want them to feel like they're sitting down and having a cup of coffee with us.
We want to put a smile on their face, because divorce is a time that all you want to do is cry. So if we can put a smile on their face,
and be a little
arm them with
sunshine.
some information, and prepare them for what is really going to happen, then we've succeeded.
Right.
Well, I think you've hit the nail on the head. You've got a book that, as you said, of our world really needs to deal with and
Yes.
read and have and be helpful. And as someone who's gone through divorce herself, I think you have a great product for people. Thank you for sharing this with me today. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.